Want to know what all the fuss about Gutenberg is? Watch this video as I give you a guided tour. For the best blog tech advice, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I publish a new video every Monday. If you're not sure about Gutenberg, the new WordPress visual editor, and what it means for you, by the end of this video you'll know how to publish a post using Gutenberg and why it's such an exciting new WordPress feature for bloggers. I've helped loads of my clients get up to speed with Gutenberg, and now it's your turn. Here I am on my posts page. I've already got Gutenberg installed, and you'll notice that next to the Add New button there's this arrow button, and when you click that button you get a choice, and you can either choose Gutenberg or the classic editor. So if you're a bit worried about using Gutenberg, don't worry, you can still use the classic editor if you want to. But this video is all about Gutenberg, so I'm going to click Gutenberg. But before I do that, I'm just going to show you, when you hover over an existing post, you can choose either Edit or Classic Editor. Edit will take you into Gutenberg, Classic Editor will take you into the Classic Editor. So don't worry, it's not like once you've installed Gutenberg, that's it, there's no going back. For the foreseeable, you will have the choice between Gutenberg and the Classic. So, back to Gutenberg, and welcome to Gutenberg. So you can see that it's had a bit of an update with the look and feel, not quite so grey, a bit cleaner. And I'm going to show you around. So up here is a toolbar, and if you don't already know, Gutenberg is based on lots of different blocks. So to add text, you'd add a text block. To add an image, you'd add an image block, and so on. I'm going to get to that in a minute, but that's just what this button up here is for. It's the add block. And then you've got your undo, redo, and once we've got some content within the post, this will give you an overview of the content structure. But obviously there's no content to give a structure of right now. I'll come back to that later. And you'll see up here as well that we've got some buttons. I don't know if you can see that the preview button is hovered out again. We can't preview right now because there's nothing in here. Publish is greyed out a little bit because, again, we can't publish a post that's got nothing in it. This settings button collapses and expands the sidebar. And you'll notice also that I've got this Yoast button up here, and that's because I use Yoast. And if you don't have Yoast, then you really should, because it's brilliant for SEO. It's the #1 WordPress plugin for search engine optimization. And what this does is when I click that, it gives me my Yoast scores. Again, I've got no focus keyword and no text, so it's not looking good right now, but don't worry about that. I'm just going to click settings again. So you might be wondering where your text tab has gone for when you need to add HTML code to your posts. You see this button up here, the More button. If you want, you can click Code Editor and you can enter code in here. Again, you can view the Yoast SEO window through this menu too. So I'm going to go back to the visual editor now. I'm going to uncheck Yoast. So I've got my sidebar. And you'll notice that a lot of what's in this sidebar is quite familiar from the classic editor. So we've got visibility, public, and you've got your post format as you used to have. You can choose to stick it to the front page, or you can check it so that it's pending review. And then we go down to categories, pretty much as you were with the classic editor. Tags. So tags have been moved from the bottom of your posts to the sidebar up here. And again, works just as it used to in the classic editor. Featured image, again, set a featured image for your post. There it is. You can write an optional excerpt. I think normally WordPress just takes the first whatever number of characters and puts it on as an excerpt on your front page, but you can manually write your own if you really want. Discussion, so you've got your comment settings, and then sharing. Do you want to show sharing buttons or not? So that's the document settings. And you'll notice also that there's this block tab. So depending on which block you have selected, As a default, when you create a new post with Gutenberg, it's a paragraph block at the top. So I've selected that block, and you can see some basic settings here. Click XL, the block gets bigger. If I click small, the block gets smaller. So small text, medium, large, extra large, whatever you want. You can also add a custom size. So see the slider here? You can set it as big or as small as you want. You can manually enter in here too. You can also use drop caps if that's what you want. Change your text color. If you click the multicolored one, you get a color picker, and same for your text. Somewhere to put some more CSS classes if you really want. If you're loving Gutenberg as much as I am, comment below with loving it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give my post a title. You'll notice as I click the title that the permalink appears just up here. You can copy the permalink, and there's also a button to change the permalink structure. I'm just going to add, this is my Gutenberg post title. So you can see up here there's this save draft, so I'm going to click that, and you'll see that my permalink has updated with the title of my post. Obviously everyone's permalinks will be different depending on how you've got them set up. You can also edit your permalink like this. So I just want to change it to Gutenberg post. Save that, and you'll see that's my permalink now for that post. So now I'm going to add some text in here, and you'll notice that when I select the text that we get all these options up here in the toolbar. So you can choose to change the block type if you want. These are the related block types. So you could change it to a heading, a list, a quote, a verse, a subheading, or a pre-formatted text. You can also change your text alignment, make it bold, italic, add a link, or add a strike through. I'm just going to leave it as it is for now, because I now want to add an image. So to do that, I click Add Block, and I'm going to choose Image. The good thing about Gutenberg is if you use certain blocks a bit more often than others, then they will come into this top section here, Most Used. But all the blocks are split up into different categories. So you'll have common blocks, formatting, layout, widgets, embeds, and any reusable ones that you may have saved. So now I'm going to add an image block, which is one of my most used. So I'm going to click on that, and you'll see that rather than you getting a big pop-up across the screen, you've just got this little section here, and you can choose to upload directly or go to your media library. If you click Media Library, you'll get the classic pop-up where you can choose anything from your media library, or you could decide actually you want to upload a file, and you can do it this way. If you click Upload in here, it will straight away take you to a folder on your computer for you to choose where you want to upload your image from. I'm going to go to my media library, and I'm going to choose this picture, select that, and you'll notice again when I select the image that I get some extra options up here. So again, I can change the block type to a gallery or a file if I really want. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to ignore that. You can change the alignment of the picture, so you can align it left, center, right. You can edit it, and that brings you back to the media library, where you can add your title, your caption, your alt text, and your description. I'm just going to leave them there for now, but that's where they are if you need them. I'm just going to set this to center. And I'm now going to add some links to some of the posts. So I'm going to click Add. I'm going to choose a paragraph this time. And I'm going to say this is a link to another post. This is a different link. You'll notice that when I hit enter, that Gutenberg automatically added another paragraph block. I haven't quite decided whether I like that or not yet, but at the moment that's what it does. So to add a link, what we're going to do is you select your text, and then up here you'll see your toolbar, and you click the link button, and then you just type your link. Let's just send it to Google. Again, I could add a link, enter. As before, you can unlink, you can link it again. You can set your link settings by clicking this button up here. So if you want the link to open in a new window or not, which is quite cool because you didn't really have the option to do that in the classic editor unless you manually put the code in yourself. And when the link is selected, you can click edit again to change the link, or you can unlink whatever it is that you'd like. So I'm going to save that draft, and now I want to publish it. So I'm going to click publish, and it just says, are you sure you want to publish it? Yeah, I'm sure. Hit publish, and that's it. So I can either view the post or I can copy the link. And this is really handy as well, because how many times do you publish a post and then think, right, okay, I need to get that link because I want to promote my new post over on social media. So rather than just doing the whole, oh, right, where's my permalink? Right, select it all, copy it. Right here from the word go, you've got a copy link, which is, you know, it's not a huge, it's not fixing a huge problem, but it's just like a nice little feature. So I don't know about you, but I am really, really excited about Gutenberg. And for me, the main reason I am excited about Gutenberg is because of the embed blocks. Now, up until Gutenberg, to embed a YouTube video or a Facebook post or a Twitter post or anything from another platform, Pinterest board, you needed to manually copy some code into the text tab of your WordPress editor. Not anymore, my friends. I'm going to expand embeds here and look at all the different types of media that you can embed in your posts. So not every type of media possible is available here. So you'll see that there's one for YouTube, there's one for Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify. You know, there's a lot of other huge platforms here that you can embed posts directly from. But you'll notice like there isn't one for Pinterest, for example, but there is a generic embed. So I'm just going to show you that to embed a Pinterest board, you just paste the link in here. So I'm going to click paste, embed. So it doesn't look like it's done much at the moment, but when you go and preview the post, just wait for it to update, you'll see there it is. My Pinterest board has been embedded within my post with, you know, a few clicks of a button. I know loads of people have actually struggled to do that with WordPress recently, so that's a really, really nice feature. Like I said, there's loads of other options. You can embed your YouTube videos, your Twitter posts, and that's one of the big reasons for me why I'm so excited about Gutenberg. There's also a really cool custom HTML block that you can add. So if you do a lot of linkies, normally you're given a snippet of HTML to add a badge to your page, and you just copy it in here. This is a badge from a linky that I join in with quite regularly, so I'm just going to paste it in there like that. And I'm now going to click preview, and there we go, it's there. The great thing that WordPress have done with Gutenberg is that they're trying to move people away from having to play with code, and that's a huge, huge plus for me. I think it's going to make it so much easier for people who are new to blogging and WordPress in general.
Check out my video on my favourite WordPress plugins to see how much more WordPress has to offer you and your blog. Now you know how to create and publish a basic WordPress post using Gutenberg. But what about the other exciting features it has to offer? I've written a 20-page complete guide to Gutenberg which looks at the individual blocks in more detail. You'll find the link below. If you like this video, please let me know by liking it below, subscribe and share it with your fellow bloggers, and comment with helpful below if this video helped you. And don't forget to hit the bell to be notified every time I publish a brand new video.